Well, hello. Welcome to Rolynn's Reviews. I told you I'd come on for a short period of time today, and I hope everyone's having a wonderful Saturday. I need to go do some yard work. I have some leaves to rake and burn. I also have some other things I need to do that have been neglected because when I leave that school, I'm too tired. All right. Do me one small favor, if you will. Folks, go ahead and hit that little thumb. That's the like button that tells YouTube you are enjoying the content. And hey, we may trigger the YouTube algorithm and they may send some more people over. Good morning. I'll go ahead and get the roll call out of the way. Roni, how are you? Nemo, Dorian, Shaziz, Prosperity, Mr. Popularity. Hello. Let me go ahead and jump into this story. We talk about, frequently on this channel, how the mainstream media ignores when white people are unalived or SA'd, carjacked, whatever. They tend to ignore it because it does not fit their narrative. Well, we cover it here. It's funny, MSNBC, Mr. Mr. Popularity, what's in a name? It doesn't matter what their name is. They won't cover it because it does not fit their narrative. And we know that. That's why here on the channel, we talk about it all. We do not care. So if you are familiar with this story, go ahead and tell me, type a 1 in the comment section, please, folks, because I love covering these stories because they won't. And again, it won't fit their narrative. And we kind of know when the perpetrators or suspects are Black, that we have to really dig to find information on who committed the crime. Like if we hear about heinous crimes and they don't show mugshots or anything like that, we kind of know who it is. And it is what it is. So again, we expose it. I won't be before you long, but I will be strong. All right, Nemo, hello. So this story, and this is so sad. This guy, again, if you're familiar, some of you said that you are, some said that you were not. Robert Borkham. Now, it's so sad. He survived 9/11 only to be taken out by these criminals. And that's not acceptable. This guy's wife, little background on this guy. His wife was a missionary killed in Africa, and he barely escaped 9/11 and finally met his ends at these Black teenagers here. And so how tragic is that? Now, this is just evil. First of all, if someone is homeless, let's be clear and very transparent. What do they have for you to steal? So for you to take a person's life, you're just evil. The Blacks are on blast. If the illegals, they can see, okay, Prosperity, yes. Yeah, thank you, Prosperity. We do bring the real info. People don't like it. We had someone in here last night telling me I'm black and I should be talking about black issues. Whatever. Nemo and my girls took care of that person. So anyway, I wanted to share this with you. Again, they won't. You have to really dig. Thank God for social media. And that's how we're able to get this info. So look at this. Zero AP stories about, and I wanted to show this to you because we talk about it often. The AP hasn't reported it. PBS, nothing. New York Times, nothing. NPR, nothing. WSJ, nothing. BBC, CNN, WAPO, nothing. Reuters, MSNBC, nothing. Right? Because now let's turn the tables. If this were a black homeless man and these teenagers were white, it would be everywhere. So this, again, this is the hypocrisy that we're always talking about. And Prosperity, mainstream media, right? Okay. And Prosperity, we know if it doesn't fit their narrative, they're not going to report it. He was 52 years old, a former World Trade Center worker. And again, these are the suspects. All right. And this is just so sad. 13, 17, 19 years old. Now, we talked about this before, folks. You know my stance. If you commit adult crimes, I don't want to hear about your reasoning for it, because you know the libs, they're doing it, fill in the blank. I don't care. You need to be removed from the streets. All right. So again, 13, 17, 19. And it says somehow people are saying the younger ones shouldn't be treated as adults. Yes, they should. If you are involved, yes, during the race hustles, if you're involved in adult crimes, you don't need to be walking the street. What they did was not harmless. They ran up on him together, hit him over and over, left him in a condition he never recovered from. And again, the guy is homeless. So, you know, Robert, yes. So, you know, the guy didn't have anything. They just killed him just for pure evil. He deserved dignity. He deserved peace. He deserved to grow old, not to have his life cut short by reckless, heartless actions. Accountability does matter. We talk about that frequently here. Pray for his family. Yeah, just sad. Look at this question here. Type in the comment section. If you feel all three should be charged with murder, type a 1 in the comment section. I think you know where I stand. I just typed my number there. Okay. And so, yeah, this is what I wanted to talk. And I have a couple of short clips I wanted to share with you. But yeah, this is unacceptable. And they're going to be talking about, of course, well, you know, their family, da 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 da. I don't want to hear it. Okay. So everyone see the difference here? When a Muslim is attacked, Islamophobia. When a Jewish person is attacked, anti-Semitism. When a black person is attacked, it's racism. Folks, how can we fix the issue if no one is willing to address the pink elephant in the room? All right, how you doing, Ali? And who else am I missing here? Okay, yeah. So when a trans person is attacked, it's transphobia. But when a white person is attacked, hey, no one cares. Business as usual. So here on our channel, we call it out. The hypocrisy. It's double, you know, we know it's a double standard. Okay. And we expose it. But why kill someone who has nothing? So again, it's just evil. It's just reverse racism. So they brutally attacked this man, left him for dead. And those just entering the chat room, the mainstream media did not cover it. Remember when George Floyd was unalived? They had how many? They had funerals all over the U.S., marches, riots, looting, all of that. And it was because of racism. right? That's what they said. When something happens to someone white, they clam up. How you doing, Real Talk Podbox? So that's just where we are. And I know some people don't like what we're saying, but how can you fix an issue? Real Talk Podbox. The police, yes, real talk. I didn't say a civilian killed George Floyd. Now, you need to go back and check what was going on. He had some health problems as well, and he was also under the influence of drugs, allegedly. So check out the autopsy report and then come back and we'll talk, okay? So anyway, that's where we are. Zero stories. Wokeness needs to be over. How you doing, Ruby? According to the Jacksonville sheriff, they're being charged with murder. They have a black sheriff in Jacksonville that is not with the Don. Yeah, and he's been called some horrible names too, Ruby, because he won't just give them a slap on the wrist. And kudos to him. Folks, we're all at risk. Again, if you commit adult crimes, guess what? You're going to get some adult time. And for all of our safety. And that's just, that's how I feel. Tell me what you feel in the comment section. So we'll talk about it. How are you going to, now that's so sad though, those just coming in. How are you going to survive 9/11? We know how horrible that was. Now, and again, you're homeless. Real Talk Podcast says, show me the black people that get slapped on the wrist. Okay. Can you say O.J. Simpson, boys and girls? So we know class, socioeconomics make a difference. Celebrities, politicians, sometimes they get a slap on the wrist. Where look at Big Tish. Okay, podcast, Real Talk Podbox. If Ruby had done, Gary, thank you. How you doing, Gary? Shaziz, Dorian, Prosperity. If we had done what Big Tish, well, we know they just threw her case out and Comey's case out. If I had done that, do you think my case would have been thrown out? No, ma'am, no, sir. I would be somewhere now making time. So that's just what it is. It's socioeconomic. So sometimes black people get away with crimes too, depending on how much money you have in your bank account. And so that's where we are with that. So those just coming in, Gary, I think you're new here. If you are, let me know so that we can welcome you to the Rolynn's Reviews family. We call out all of the hypocrisy. And the only people who come in calling me names and tethers and things like that are people with low IQs and maybe one brain cell, and that may be pushing it. All right, so robbing a homeless man isn't enough. You had to also take his life. Why? I'm just asking. So how you doing, Tijuana border jumper? Tijuana, boom. So we just had some troll come in here and call me out saying, when do black people get a slap on the wrist? OJ and black celebrities, entertainers, athletes, they get off all the time because they have money to buy the best legal representation that their money can afford. Thank you. Yes, moderators, thank you so much for your time. People are allowed to comment. Thank you for that, Ruby. Anyone who's here that does not agree with what we're saying here, that's fine, but you have to be respectful. You can't come in and call people names, be disrespectful, or you will be timed out. So that's just where we are with that. So anyway, continuing on. Jacksonville, Florida. You have these black teenagers, and you have people saying, well, they're just children. Well, they're not playing with cars and trains. They're unaliving people. How many times have they been arrested? Okay, let's look at the background. How many times have they been arrested? Hit the like button for me, please, folks. So, yes, they're boys, they're teenagers, whatever. Not my problem. We have to be protected. Okay. So, I also have I have a couple of other clips. So, yeah, this is the van. This is so sad. Remember when Hillary Clinton said super predators? So we talk about stereotypes. We talk about horrible things that people say. They're not going anywhere anytime soon as long as these cases continue to happen. So that's just where we are. Oh my goodness. So that's where we are. And if you look at this, the conservative alternative, interracial crime stats 2025, I'll leave that up so you can see. All right, what's going on here? We just said that if it does not fit the narrative, they won't cover it. Look at this right here. Look at black on white crime, black on Hispanic, white on black, white on Hispanic, Hispanic on white, and then Hispanic on black. Now you tell me that the stereotypes are going somewhere anytime soon. Okay. Yeah, Dorian, someone who doesn't have more than 2 brain cells, you can't expect too much. Can everyone see these crime stats? You're entitled to your own opinion, but you're not entitled to your own facts. I got that. That's not my original comment. That's from Dr. Thomas Sowell. All right. So can everyone see these stats? Robert, yes, if someone's homeless, they don't have anything for you to steal. So for you to unalive them, you're just evil. You are. So with these crime stats, tell me that the stereotypes are going to go away. They're not. Okay. All right. So let me show you. And we're just talking about, here we go. Okay. I have one more clip I wanted to share with you. I actually have a little news clip from YouTube that I wanted you to see. And then I have something I pulled up on Instagram I wanted to share with you in relation to this particular case. And it's just so sad that this has to happen. And this happens because there is no accountability. There is no responsibility, because every time something happens, well, they're just children, and they come from a bad home, and they give you 25 other reasons as to why they should not be held accountable. So there you go. All right. So I will pull this up for you and tell me what your thoughts are. Do you feel that these people who commit these crimes, some of them 12 and 13 years old? Wow. That's really tragic. All right. Okay, so I will pull this up and let me see. Work with me here. I'm going to take this down. I wanted you to see that. Look at those stats. That's stunning. All right. Share screen. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. I wonder how many Ronnie, yes. And that, again, when we do these stories, every single time we go back, we see that they have multiple arrests. Tim Healy, ma'am, I am white, which I hate even saying. We are Americans, you and I. Thank you for being an American. That is what we have in common. Oh, Tim, welcome, Tim. Everyone, welcome, Tim, to the Rolynn's Reviews family, another American patriot who does not care for the BS from the MS media. Thank you so much, Tim. And it does not matter. We're welcoming you to the family. And Tim, we expose the hypocrisy. Tim, since you are new here, tell me what your thoughts are for these, what they call children, these kids who are committing adult crimes. Do you feel they should get a slap on the wrist, or I say lock them up? And that's just where I'm at, so that all of us can be safe. I don't give a care what color they are. If you commit adult crimes, you need to do some adult time for all of our safety. And that's, that's how I feel. And when a white person, Tim, what we do on here, we cover stories that the mainstream media won't cover because it doesn't fit their narrative. The only time they cover it, when you see it on every news outlet's page, is when there's a white perpetrator, a white police officer doing something to a black person. Then you see it everywhere, plastered. Tim, I never cared, was taught not to. Thank you, ma'am. I hate seeing this. If you do adult things, you get adult punishment. Boom. Tim, you will fit in just fine around here. That's how we feel. Oh, yeah, Tim. Tim, we know you are most assuredly in the right place. Citizen Kang, how are you? We called out the BS from the mainstream media. Yes, I have people who drop in here and call me names. Tim, I am a Generation Xer. I do not care what they call me. I will continue to show what is actually going on. And I am in agreement with you. If you commit adult crimes, guess what, Buttercup? You need to go to jail. And so that's how I feel. And look at all of these situations in these sanctuary cities, these sanctuary states. How about them Cowboys? Woo-hoo! Yes, Chris, how you doing, love? Yeah, those Cowboys are looking kind of good. All right. So anyway, yeah, we call out the hypocrisy. Now, those that don't know, yes, Jacksonville is in Florida, right? We know that, but it's a left-wing sanctuary city. It is. You have race baiters there and gullible white libtards who keep making excuses. And so I know one of them is 13, one is 16, one is 19. Guess what? There's a place for you to go. You don't need to be walking around on the streets because there will be other victims. And let's just call it what it is. Tim, you don't know this. I'm an educator. I have been for 28 years. I teach high school. There's a demographic inside the demographic. And, right, Chris, we don't care. We don't. There was someone here just a few minutes ago calling me winches and all other kinds of, I don't care. When you're my age, you're like, meh. Court Oliver, hello, love. So, of course, they're going to blame white supremacy, all of Black America's problems. White supremacy, systemic racism. That's the problem. And that's a bald-faced lie. That's why things never get better, because of the Black race hustlers, the Black preachers, and the Black politicians are all in bed with the Democratic Party, and they won't address the issue. They keep saying it's white supremacy and systemic racism, and that's a bald-faced lie. Praise, all three will be someone's wife or girlfriend in prison. Praise sounds like poetic justice to me. I'm just saying, there are a lot of people who are poor. They don't go out and commit crimes. That's an excuse. So how you doing, Maga? That's how I feel about that. And most of you who've been here for a while, Ruby and Maga and Shaziz and Chris, remember I did the live just a couple of lives ago. I think Dr. Merrill and I were conversing back and forth, and and I think there was someone else saying, well, what about da, 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 da. I'm like, all I care about now are the victims. I don't care anymore about the perpetrators and things that they've gone through in their life. What about the victims? I'm here for victims. I'm going to be a new victims advocate. Tim, I would stand up for all Americans, white, Black, whatever. America's not a race, it's a way of thought. We are free. We will remain free. Let's learn from each other. Let's end this BS. Thank you, man. Tim, yes. That's what we talk about here. And what some of the topics are unpopular and people don't like what I say. That is okay. Tim, how are you doing? We talk about things that make some people feel uncomfortable. But people like you, Tim, who have more than one brain cell, you come in and you contribute to the conversation in a positive manner. And sometimes we do have people who come in, they disagree with our thought processes, but they don't come in calling people names and acting disrespectful. So this wokeism, okay, that we've been dealing with, we need for all the wokeism to dissipate. Okay. Tim, I think you're new here. Good morning. Welcome to the Rolynn's Reviews family. And let's listen to this clip here, folks. And I'll put the closed captioning on for you too. All right, here we go.
3 teenagers are now charged in a brutal attack that left a man dead in downtown Jacksonville. They are just 13, 16, and 19 years.
So I'm going to pause this picture. 13, 16, 19. I have a question for you, a quick poll. Oh, okay. All right, Tim. So, a quick poll. How many of you, and I'm going to type my number 2, how many of you think these future scholars, future doctors, lawyers, astronauts, how many of you think this was a one-off crime and that they'll never, ever commit another crime? If you believe that, type a 1 in the comment section. If you believe that they would continue to commit crimes, type a thumbs up in the comment section. Oh, Tim. Okay, love. Tim, where are you located, love? So this is what we're talking about. Shelly, how you doing? Welcome to the Rolynn's Reviews YouTube channel. And we call out the hypocrisy. I think my parents would be suspicious if at 13 years old, I was hanging out with a 19 years old. Yeah, nothing good's going to come from it. Oh, you're in Arizona, Tim. Okay, welcome. Shelly, I don't think you're new here. So I say, yes, negative. Tijuana said they are thugs for life. Right. And they got caught for this. Let's do a deep dive. Let's look at their rap sheet. How many other crimes have they committed? Can everyone see this picture right here? This guy, Markavian Lacey. You can tell this mugshot. He's in prison clothing. So this is probably a prior mugshot. Sadly, it is ingrained in the culture. They don't see a different way to live. I'm in Spain now. We need hope. Tim, I've been to Barcelona and Madrid, Spain. Fun fact, when I was in high school. Yes. Nemo said that name is criminal. Nemo, let me say this. Nemo. I don't know what it is. When parents give children these crazy names, names that are hard to pronounce, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a curse. They turn out to do some horrible things sometimes. Not all, but some. Shaziz, that guy looks like he's 40 years old. That's hard living, Shaziz. Yes, Nemo. When I get students with names that I cannot pronounce, and if you pronounce it wrong, they hurry up and try to correct you. I don't even try to pronounce it anymore. Tim, thank you so much for the super chat. All right. Tim, I just sent you some hearts in the comment section. Thank you for your support, love. Yeah, Markavian. Justin is all right. Robert's all right. Markavian. Okay. The leader, the ringleader here. All right. Names matter, folks. Names matter. Markavian and LaQuisha, Shartavian, all of these names. What? Hey. When we see that demographic inside the demographic, they have these names that no one can pronounce. I'm just saying. Nope, Doreen. Here we go.
Old, and we are naming the juvenile suspects because of the nature of their charges, and they will all be tried as adults. Our Cindy Deshawn has been digging through arrest reports tonight to uncover what happened in the hours leading up to this savage attack, Sydney.
Yeah, Heather, and investigators say the man who was homeless was beaten not once, not twice, but 3 times, all within about an hour downtown. A witness spoke up and police found the 3 teens within just hours of the attack. 3 young suspects, just 13, 16, and 19 years old, now charged as adults in the murder of 64-year-old Roger Borkham, 13-year-old Justin Curry.
Now look at this guy right here, 13-year-old. That's a hard-looking 13. How many other crimes has this 13-year-old committed? How many people think this is his very first crime? Thank you so much. Tim says, where is it, Tim? Ma'am, you're the exact type of woman who I would enjoy listening to and enjoying a good meal with. Spain is cool, has its problems as well. Right. Thank you, Tim. Yeah, I went to Madrid and as well as Barcelona, and I really enjoyed it. So thank you. How many people feel that this 13-year-old has this is his very first crime? If you are committing a murder at 13 years old, Tijuana, this is not your first crime. You've been committing crimes. You just took it up a notch. Ruby, that joker was stealing crayons in kindergarten. Ruby. Those that don't know Ruby will tell it. My girls and Ruby will tell it like it has to be told. Tim, that's a hard-looking 13. And I think it was Marga that said the older ones, their eyes look vacant. Yes, Marga, that means they have no soul. How you doing, Jeremiah? They're killing a homeless man who has nothing for them to steal. Straight out of Compton. Boom. Tijuana, call it like it has to be called. Dorian said Kodak Black son. Oh my God. Brandon Johnson isn't referring to the back-to-back violent incidents since the burning of Chicago. No, he's not, Citizen Kane. That's a YN. Look at him. Okay, we'll continue.
Who was indicted by a Duval County grand jury, 16-year-old Robert Pope.
16-year-old Robert Pope. Look at that face. Marga said, you look like a young Ice Cube. Hit the like button for me, folks, and share this stream out. So I'm just saying, folks, we share what's going on. We don't care what color the skin is of the perpetrator. We are not the mainstream media. That's what happens when Sexy Red has kids. Tijuana. Woo! Tijuana is too much today. I love it. Oh my God, here we go.
And 19-year-old Markavian Lacey.
Yeah, this 19-year-old Markavian, whatever his name is. You tell me, how many crimes has this guy committed? He looks like he has no soul. You're born here, you're American. We need to focus on what we have in common. Yes, Tim. Yes. Lanita, hello. How are you? Shane, how are you? It's so sad. I pray for those who do not have fathers in their lives and grow. Yeah, Shane. Yeah. It's sad. But they still have to be held accountable. Shane, I think you're new here. Let me know, love. All right, I'll continue.
Detectives say Borkham, who was homeless, was beaten 3 separate times over.
So just for the people that don't know, they would beat him, leave. They kept coming back. Though this wasn't a one and done situation. Pookie and Bumquisha had a baby. Lanita! I have to pin that because that oh my God. Woo! Pookie and Bumquisha had a baby. Oh my God. He's the kind that ends up being someone's, yes, Tijuana, they try to be so hard, but there's a place for them to go to protect the rest of us, of course. So listen to this.
The course of a little more than an hour back on October 19th. An arrest report revealing officers were called to 110 North Hogan Street. And when they arrived, they found Borkham unconscious near a doorway, blood pooling on the sidewalk. First responders took him to the hospital, and Borkham died 4 days later. The medical examiner ruling his death a homicide caused by blunt force trauma. The arrest report reveals a witness told police he saw 3 teenagers kicking and stomping the victim before running off. Hours after the attack, officers located the suspects half a mile away and took them into custody. Police say they also linked the suspects to a separate incident that night, a robbery on Forsyth Street. Surveillance video.
Everybody hear that? So before they unalived this guy, they were involved in other criminal activity. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's sad, Roni. Joel, how you doing? Jeremiah, thank you for the super chat, love. I just sent you some hearts. I'm trying, Tijuana. Thank you, love. Jeremiah says, I'm living in Jacksonville, Florida. This makes being happy to be, yeah, just be careful, Jeremiah. I tell all of you, wherever you live, people are just evil. Thank you so much, Tijuana. And thank you for your support, Jeremiah. You're black, I'm white, but what are we? Red, white, and blue. Boom. There you go. Dorian, every day they're protesting. Citizen Kane said, those kids look tougher than leather. You better believe it. Nemo said, these are future Rhodes scholars. Yeah. Doctors, astronauts, lawyers. They were going to have such lucrative lives. And they were good kids. Now, those of you who've been here, you know, what do I say? Go back and ask their teachers before they were probably expelled or thrown out of school. I bet none of them is reading on grade level. They probably can't do basic math, basic anything, but they're out here committing crimes. Parents need Tim. That's what we've been saying on this channel. Accountability needs to come back. Yes, I heard Marga. Oh my God. All right, so here we go.
Obtained by detectives shows the suspects approaching the victim multiple times.
So again, they had time. This was premeditated. Once after the initial attack, they left. They came back multiple times. So as he's down on the ground languishing, they were beating him up. They left, came back, left. So they kept on until they killed him. That's sadistic. Lanita, they want to be bad thugs, but wait till Big D gets a hold of them in the penitentiary. Lord. Hey, karma's coming, love. You're right. Karma's coming.
Video captures the group beating the victim, rummaging through his backpack and returning to the scene to attack him again.
So that shows they have no soul. To leave, come back, leave, come back. The man had nothing. They were just being evil. Remember one of the minor shooters at a school, the parents were also, Roni, that's what needs to happen. If they can find the parents, they need to be charged. Yes, they're a menace to society. Yes. Citizen, no, we have no information on the parents. Probably on the other side of town committing crimes too. Who knows? Tougher Than Leather was my favorite LP. Run DMC. Yeah. Okay.
State Attorney Melissa Nelson says the juvenile justice system is neither designed nor equipped to handle offenders or offenses.
Everyone read this. This is what drives me nuts. They say, all right, they're children, and we're not equipped to handle offenders for offenses of this magnitude. You have an adult lockup, and that's where they need to be. I can't help it if they become someone's girlfriend, make better life choices. Yes, Tim, it was good. Our government is paying people to stay at home. Parents and their kids are breaking the law. They should go to jail for not doing their job. Yeah, boom. I agree, Marga.
This magnitude. By bringing the case into circuit court, Nelson says authorities can ensure the level of accountability, supervision, and judicial oversight that the facts demand. Now, the sheriff's office is also calling the case a heartbreaking reminder of how young some offenders have become. They urge parents to get involved in their child's lives and make use of resources to keep kids out of trouble before it's too late. Heather.
And so, folks, and the problem here, a lot of the problem is kids having kids, and then they're not raising them because they had them so young they didn't get a chance to have fun. So now they're out trying to have fun. Well, you have children here now. MAGA, that's sick. That's sick. That is sadistic. Parenting 101. Boom. And so you have a lot. And if you look at the white liberals, they keep making excuses. They're making the problem worse because they're making excuses instead of holding people accountable. Now, let me show you this. This went viral. And I want to share this with you. And then we're done. I'm going to try to start shortening the lives because the analytics prove when people see that something is 2 or 3 hours, people don't even click on it. They're like, that's too long. Okay. And what I'll start doing the days that we do have long lives, again, when we're doing protests, sometimes we have those all day streams. I'll start clipping it and then re-uploading it. Okay. Luda. Oh yeah. I'm going for that number 1 spot. Okay, Tim. I like Luda. Anyone familiar with this? And this happened during Black History, and I've been meaning to share it with you. These guys are family rejects and only a tax deduction. Prosperity. Oh my God. Black Conservative Perspective put a video about this last night, and I shared it with someone. No, Jeremiah, that's what we're talking about. You don't hear about this when the perpetrators are Black. But if a white person does something to a Black person, the world comes to an end. Anyone familiar with this? This white woman, we know a lot of white liberals have all this white guilt. And Instagram Doran, okay. This Black pastor, this white liberal woman is crying. He put handcuffs on her. Let me play the video so you can see what I'm telling you. Just watch this. Let me get the volume going here. Hold on. And this white liberal, God bless her, she started crying. And he was trying to explain to her that's how it is being Black in America. Oh my God. Okay, here we go.
Okay. Tell me what you're thinking.
Just so much.
Kleenexes, please.
I've always been interested in history and the history of Black people. I took Afrocentric classes at UNL. My grandma lived at 2821 West Kentucky Street. I've read so many books, and now I belong to a church that's primarily African American, and I wouldn't be anywhere else.
Beautiful. Thank you. Welcome to America.
So this preacher, she's on a Black church here, museum, and he put handcuffs on her. If you've seen this, type A1 in the comment section. This was a joke. Yes, right. Exactly, Prosperity. If you've seen this clip, type A1. It went viral. Ronnie. He said, "Welcome to America." So what he was telling this white liberal woman had her crying. Praise Ruby. This just proves stupidity has no zip code. He told her being Black in America, he put handcuffs on her and said, "Welcome to America," because that's how it is for Black people. Newsflash. That's not how it is for me or Ruby or Prosperity. Or let me see who else in here. Anyone in here in the comment section that's Black. If that's what America feels like to you, type it in the comment section. So she starts crying. So a woman became visibly emotional and tearful after being shackled during an interactive exhibit at an African American museum. Overwhelmed by the weight of the experience, she experienced deep empathy for the historical suffering endured by Black people during slavery. But he's telling her, "Welcome to America. This is how we are now." Moved by what she learned and felt, she shared that the experience helped her connect more personally to Black history, even revealing that she had joined a Black church as part of her ongoing journey to understand and stand in solidarity with the Black community. So this white guilt, I'm so used to you asking, so Jeremiah, no one owes us anything, right, Jeremiah? This is what you call little punks. They wouldn't pull that on someone capable of protecting themselves. Yeah. So he guilt trips this woman. She starts crying. Welcome to America. And so she has white guilt. And I've even seen, I don't know if you've seen the video, these Black children, future convicts, beat this white kid up and stole his bike. He went home to his father, who has white guilt. He went out to the store and bought the Black kids a new bike. And he explained to his son that they did it because of systemic racism and white supremacy. White guilt is real. I'm like, what? Oh my God. So anyway, yeah. And look at the comments. I've never seen so many people hate on someone else for being empathetic. And look at somebody, she has a good heart. But yeah, this woman, not that I'm aware of, has enslaved people or done anything horrible. So this white guilt is serious. Pray, Ruby, future convicts of America. Yes. How did Condoleezza Rice make it if she's been held back? Tijuana, we know what you're saying. Exactly. They guilt trip white Americans. And then they have them crying and how horrible Black people are treated. And we are holding them back and they can't make it. Condoleezza Rice and so many others have made it. Why did we make why did we make it? Lanita's a retired educator. White supremacy didn't hold her back. I'm tired of the guilt tripping white people all the time. FBA are poor victims. Just be responsible for you and your life decisions. Yes. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Boom. White privilege. I don't play. Roni, don't play the game. Yeah, you have to work hard. Tim says Michael Jordan was a hero to me. I'm from Chicago. I remember in the 90s watching him come on and being proud he's an American. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dr. Ben Carson. Yeah, we could name drop so many people. But this is unacceptable, people. Guilt tripping white people for something they did not do. Yes, Chris, it is a learned behavior. And I don't play that game. I don't. Make good life choices, right? Citizen Kane, Prosperity would agree that Blacks are enslaving other Blacks mentally and politically by embracing white liberal racism. Boom. Jasmine Crockett's a good example. Limping. Yes. The Black politicians, the Black preachers, the Black race hustlers are working in unison with the Democratic Party. That's who's holding you back, not white supremacy, not systemic racism. Stop it. Prosperity. Tell everyone in the chat section, if you believe in God, how is white supremacy and systemic racism? Nothing can hold you back if you believe in your creator. That's why I'm glad I was not raised that I can't be a success. My parents were successful. I learned from them. I wasn't raised, well, you can't make it. White supremacy, race. No, I was not raised that way. So I cannot identify with that ideology. I can't. Prosperity, boom. So for someone to come in here and tell me, Nemo, boom. The more they try to divide us, the more power the system gets. This only feeds it. of you are correct. All of you get a hand clap. All of your comments. And that's all I wanted to share with you today. Tell me what your thoughts are. We stop ourselves from success. God gives us all a talent. Boom. Excuse me. Excuse me, folks. It's you versus you. White liberal racism starts with low expectations for yes. Oh, they can't make it. No. If you believe in God, the last time I checked, white supremacy, systemic racism, anything that these race hustlers are saying is an excuse for why we can't make it. Nothing is higher than God. So lose me with that. Jeremiah, thank you for the super chat, love. And we're going to get out of here. I'm sending you some hearts right now. I told you I just wanted to come on for a short period of time. I have to get out here and rake and burn leaves. I had white guilt when I was in high school. Every Black History Month in the 90s, my high school was predominantly Black. Yeah, Jeremiah, well, I'm glad you got over it. Thank you, love. Roni, I learned so much from this channel. Roni, I learned from you being here on this channel. We learn from each other. This is our channel. Yes. Rolynn, my college professor, believes this, and she makes 5 figures. Yeah, the public schools and the colleges and universities are nothing but indoctrination camps. That's what it is. Prosperity, I live out in the woods. Yes. I'm raking and burning. Nothing. I'm out here in the woods with the animals, so, and they don't come out until the nighttime. I love you too, Maga. Yes, you stay safe. Tim. Oh yeah, Tim, no problem, love. All of you who are here, share this channel with family, with friends. We call out the hypocrisy of the left, and we are for standing with the Creator, with God's chosen. That's what we stand for. American ideals and morals. That's what we stand for. And we know it's not popular, but I won't come on here and tell you lies because you can easily Google and find out the truth. Roland Martin, Jasmine Crockett, yeah, more Black Democratic shields. They are holding down the Black race. I did a video on Jasmine Crockett's, her area there in Dallas. And it's how run down it is. She's out here shilling for talking about Trump, shilling for the illegals. She's done nothing for her district. Tim, yeah, I live in the woods. That's how I like it. Yeah, Obama, the Democrats, the liberals. Yes, everyone enjoy. I will probably upload a video later today, about 6 or 7-ish, something like that. So, yeah, Jeremiah, things aren't perfect here. We have issues. Hit the like button for me, please, folks. But I don't want to live anywhere else. I want to stay in America. To live, I mean, I travel outside the U.S., but to live, I'm fine. All of you enjoy. Make sure you check later on. I will be uploading a video later on this evening. Tim, check. You're new here. Check out the videos I've done on Jasmine Crockett and her foolery and her fakery. She's nothing but fake. I've done, oh my God, several videos on her. There's nothing real about her. When she's with white people, she talks nice, prim, and proper. When she's talking to a Black audience, she brings out the bum Creature accent. She's not real. It's all fake. And people keep falling for the proverbial banana in the tailpipe. And we expose that here. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I'm going, and I've done several on Jasmine Crockett. So just choose one. If you go, those of you who are new here, click up under live, because I do more lives than anything else. But click up under live and just scroll. I've done several videos on Jasmine Crockett. Tim, those of anyone else here who is new, I'll drop one here before I go. All right, there's one. Tim, I have Letitia James. I have several on her. We don't care what color you are. I even did one on Serena Williams when she was flipping out about cotton decor in a Manhattan hotel. So we don't care. We just call it out. I'll drop another one because I've done several on ghetto Jasmine Crockett, who grew up with privilege, but she acts like she's from the hood every time she opens her mouth, depending on the environment she's in. She's just like the Curry Queen Kamala. When she's talking to Black people, she has a Black scent. When she's talking to another crowd, she talks prim and proper. Boom. Jasmine Cole's speech switches for money. Yes, yes. It's a con game to get what she wants. Boom. She's fake as her bag. Timu week. Dorian, Stephen Smith called her out, and then they all attacked him, and that idiot Stephen Smith came back and apologized, which I don't care for him anyway. He just changes like the wind. Dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Dust in the wind. How many of you like Kansas? All we are is dust in the wind. Yes, Tim. Go to view. Go to my videos up under live. I did several videos on Skamala, the Curry Queen. Amanda Seals. Yes, I did a video on her too. I sure did. So tell me what you think, folks. Yep, dust in the wind. Tell me what you think, folks. Character over color. Boom. Yes. Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. That's Kansas. How many of you like Kansas? Woo! Oh my God. That's my favorite Kansas song, folks. Yeah. All right. I'm out. Check for the video later. Joe and Titanic hair. Yes, Maga. Curry Queen, you like that one, Tim? Tim, check out the videos I've done on her. I've done several videos on the Curry Queen, several videos on Jasmine Crockett. I don't care. Okay, Kentucky. What a joke. She's always out here crying, oh, white supremacy and systemic racism, and her husband is white. Lady, stop playing games, please. Guitar hero, yes. I also want to be a jukebox hero with stars in my eyes. Foreigner, baby. Woo! Lanita, it was a sad sight to see. So we're done. I will come and talk to you in the comments section. Please be sure to share the video. Also, Steve Miller Band, yes. So keep on rocking me, baby. I went from Phoenix, Arizona, all the way to Tacoma, Philadelphia, Atlanta, LA. Woo! Steve Miller. Woo! All right, I'm coming to talk to you now. Please, please, please hit that like button. Leave a comment after the live stream is over. I will respond. I'm going to rake leaves, burn leaves, clean the house, everything. But I am uploading a video later. Love you. Be safe. Coming to talk to you right now in the comment section.